Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us here at the Saturday Night Pregame Podcast. I got with me again here my man Chris McGraw.
What's up?
Joey Joe.
Hello.
Patrick.
What was that, Joe?
We're here on Halloween, starting it right with a little whiskey from my boy Chris McGraw with the fistful of bourbon. Let me tell you what, boys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
It is not good.
Chris is church, you can empty glass.
Hashtag too spooky. Hashtag people actually died tonight.
Oh, not feeling good on the fistful of bourbon.
Oh yeah, it hurts. Mountain Dew on that one.
Mountain Dew, a lot of Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew coming to the rescue
Has a
yet
very
again.
strong finish on it.
Yeah. And then we're hitting the Crystal Lake Brewing Bleach Blonde, Beach Blonde Golden Lager, which it's actually not so bad. So we got one good, one bad.
Bleach Blonde could be a beer as well.
It could be, but that doesn't sound. You know what this reminds me of is that Blondie, the pizza place.
They shut down now.
Yeah,
because of COVID.
Well,
can you imagine all the people that were happy because of that?
What are we talking about?
Blondies. You
no,
remember
no,
when
not Blondies. Remember the bar that got yelled at for their dress code?
I think it was
Oh,
Blondie.
Bottle Blonde.
Oh, Bottle Blonde. That's what it is.
Okay.
Remember when we went there for UFC?
I was just about to say that.
You know, they had the stupid train come out.
We went from a bar that's watching the fights to a literal nightclub.
No,
Yeah,
it went from...
wait. So let's set the stage. We decided on the UFC fight because we love the UFC fight, and Dana White actually had this one at night.
Mm-hmm. This is several years ago when they had
Back in the day when you could rely on
it was the first Cormier-Miocic fight.
Yes.
What a fantastic memory! I would.
And I remember
I thought it was the Nate Diaz.
No, it was the same card. It was the second Miocic fight. It was one that Cormier lost. It was the Cormier lost one.
Yes, and I think we
and
had
Nate Diaz was on that card, right?
We had the
over on that fight.
Yeah, and it got to the third round, and we got the money. And it got to the third round.
Because you lost on the Nate Diaz fight or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, because we picked Pettis, I think it was, right?
So this bar it's just like a packed as all can be for the UFC fight. And
so it's a bunch of bros.
Yes.
But
UFC
then they're at the
bros.
club, so they're all wearing the typical white collar, button-up shirt or button-down shirt.
We did not get the dress code memo going in there for sure.
Absolutely not.
No.
Bunch of Barton Homers just
we're on t-shirts and jeans.
I don't know. I honestly
maybe
don't
a
know how we got
sweater
in.
depending on the season. Yeah.
Not even sure how we got in. But as soon as that UFC fight went, they shut the lights and bottle service.
They had like a train, the train came out.
They had a train that had a clearance of about 1 foot. So anytime a girl came riding out on that thing, she had to get pressed down real tight against it.
That may have been the craziest thing during the UFC fights when they would just have the girls come out and hold them up like a bottle or the round 2 card for like the UFC fight on this train. It's just like, the fuck are you thinking?
It was right when the Proper 12 came out, and it was they were doing a sale of the Proper 12 bottles. Like someone wanted to buy that
they
shit.
were selling that shit like crazy. It's the only time I ever saw it at a bar, minus all the commercials that had them in bars in New York. I've never seen this shit
They're putting out a bunch
everywhere.
more commercials for that right now.
Oh yeah.
They probably are now.
Second win of that.
I've heard it.
Well, he's gonna come to fight now because Khabib's not around to worry about. He could beat everybody else, probably, right?
That's kind of crazy.
Is he Anderson Silva's fighting tonight?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, fighting against Uriah Hall.
Is that tonight? I know he's fighting against who was tonight though.
Who is he? He's all right.
This is his last fight, right?
On the contract.
This is his retirement fight. I think I know that.
Is that what they said? I did not know that.
Silva.
Oh, Silva?
Wow.
I thought it would have been like the 5th Uriah Hall retirement one.
Wait, is he old too?
Uriah Hall's not super old.
No, but he retired once or twice.
He looked pretty jacked up the other day when I
That's
saw
what
him.
I was thinking.
I thought Silva has 2.
Silva's like 41.
No, Silva never retired?
No.
Well, he has so many. They set him up for so many contracts.
You know what I think it is? I think about when his leg broke and he was
he
out for such a long time.
yes.
I thought, in my head, oh, he's not coming
That
back.
was so nasty when he leg checked him.
It's crazy how you go from being one of the most dominant athletes, scariest athletes in the world to now you're a schlub in that division. But in reality, you can kick the shit out of like 99% of the people in the world.
And he did take Cormier too. Cormier took it right down because he knew.
Yeah, Cormier respected that shit. And Stylebender almost got knocked out by him. And Stylebender's like,
nope.
If you read the post-fight interview from his fight there, he's like, he rocked me. And at that moment, I'm like, that's never going to happen again. And he tied him up and pretty much played the clinch game with Anderson Silva because he knew that Silva could knock him out.
So was a dangerous fighter.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's even good on the ground. Like he's I kind of think your style better.
Fucking
like
Chael Sonnen, that stupid bitch. 30 seconds and he gets low in the Silva's fucking goddamn guard and gets the fucking triangle choke.
I remember how furious Chris was so furious for some reason that fight. I don't know why.
Because it's not like I had any money on the fight, but like I predicted Chael Sonnen's going to win this fight. He's just going to slam him down, wrestle him the whole entire match. And he does. And then 30 seconds left, he decides, I'm going to like lay in the middle of his guard.
But wait, what's up, Chris? Sorry, Joe got me on something. He caught me on that.
It's just
he's talking about Chael Sonnen triangle choke.
Yeah, Chael Sonnen just he's got him. He's pretty much doing the Jake Shields the whole entire fight. Just grounding him.
That fight was you know.
It was a boring fight because all he would do is take him down, hold him there, and then he decides to slip into his low guard, and Anderson Silva just puts him in a triangle choke. Yeah, Joe Rogan, like 15 seconds before that happened, there's like Chael Sonnen is getting way too low in his guard that something bad's going to happen, and then bam, all of a sudden Anderson Silva triangle choke, and Chael Sonnen's bitch ass is tapping with like 19 seconds left.
That was a weird
in the fifth round.
Yeah. How about so let's because this isn't a UFC podcast, but it's a
whatever podcast.
It's a good discussion.
It is.
But how about that fucking? This is like 3 weeks ago, so we're super late on this. But how about that guy when he grabbed the leg, spun and kicked the dude, knocked him out the.
That's a Tekken move. Somebody brought it up. It's literally a move for a guy in Tekken. He throws a kick, the guy catches it, and then he comes around and literally kicks him right in the mouth.
That was crazy.
It was disgustingly awesome.
Yeah, just insane.
Oh.
One of the best knockouts I've ever seen. The other one that I saw that was really good was, I think it was Edson Barbosa who knocked out
Chris, I'm surprised you didn't go your favorite knockout of all time.
Oh, my favorite knockout. You know what my favorite knockout is of all time. Dan Henderson putting Michael Bisping into a stiff fucking corpse mode right there. Jesus.
That's awesome that he made it that his label. Here's a
other
kind of transition out of UFC, but thinking about that because these all sound like bets that I've lost. Is last Sunday our picks. I went a little different than what we actually gave out to the crowd. You guys are welcome. Not just joking because we suck. But we were one pick away, and it was the goddamn Patriots.
The Bills didn't cover.
Well, I just had the Bills winning.
Yeah, but the parlay needed to cover the 10.
Yes, well, I get that you're saying, but I'm saying for a bet.
Yeah, on yours, but I'm saying, but
I needed the Patriots to win.
Yeah, it wasn't close.
Well, that was, and then let me tell you about
the Patriots played the 49ers, right?
Yeah, they got their ass.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
What is Jimmy G playing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He's dating a porn star.
No, he had a
date with a porn
star. Yeah, that's the most ridiculous. First of all, for us to even know anything about that,
I know, isn't that crazy?
Why does anybody care about that? The world is so.
I was disappointed in myself for knowing that. I'll be 100% honest, but I wanted to talk about it.
They're concerned with his health, Joe.
Because it had more to do with. Okay, so I haven't heard anything about Jimmy Garoppolo this season. So
Joe's been waiting talking about Jimmy Garoppolo forever, just for this reason. He's been waiting for this conversation to go.
Well, he was in the Super Bowl last year, killing it, and then you don't hear anything
Joe's
about
been doing a lot of research on this.
Patrick Mahomes gets a $500 million contract, and you don't hear anything about Jimmy Garoppolo. He also went to the Super Bowl.
So that's what I don't understand. Super Bowl. Yeah, when you win the Super Bowl, you get a $500 million.
I know, but I mean, he really did lead the team. That it was kind of
good. No, he looks good.
That defense.
Hold on,
let's
be 100% honest.
Last year was great.
That's not true though.
I heard a lot.
They're talking about. I read an article this week about how Kyle Shanahan believes that he can make like any quarterback. Like a great quarterback, and that Jimmy G
wasn't he the offensive coordinator when the Falcons
you would love to get Jimmy G back?
Yeah, right.
Let him go and let the Patriots pick him up.
They were talking about getting Matt Ryan.
That'd be great because I'm sure Bill would be super grateful if he could get Jimmy G because that's what he wanted.
You think you get a second round pick back from 49ers for it?
There you go, right? I probably not at that contract. I'm sure he just want that.
Well, his contract's not as bad as it. Now, these contracts keep going up. His is not super bad anymore. I think most of the guaranteed money's out of it now. 2 or 3 years.
The Bears don't have to worry about that because they don't have a fucking quarterback.
If you have 2 quarterbacks, you have no quarterback.
The Bears are stuck in football purgatory once again, where they're not good enough to to do anything, and they're not shitty enough to get a good draft pick.
Definitely.
We're stuck in purgatory.
What's their record right now?
There's 5-2.
5-2, and they play the Saints.
So even if they lose the rest of the season, they still probably will get like
they're
around 10
this Sunday.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay,
they're America's game of the week.
I mean,
I picked Saints on that one.
They're gonna win a few more games the rest of the year. Like they're gonna win a few more. They're gonna be somewhere around like 7.
Well, yes, they play Jacksonville. They play Jacksonville, Minnesota, and They may play Minnesota twice. They played Jacksonville and they played Detroit one more time.
Is Minnesota they just lost too much on their defense?
I think they don't like the quarterback.
Their defense is good.
They don't like Kirk Cousins doesn't, and they don't like the coach. I don't think. I think
their defense.
Their coach isn't that bad. They were talking about him on Friday on ESPN on Pardon the Interruption. He's like 58 or 53, 38, and 1. I think it's kind of like one of those things where like he's just like lost a team.
I think it's one of those things that you don't start off hot.
It's like kind of like with the Bulls with Scott Skiles, where the one year they were fucking great. They were second in the Eastern Conference, and he ran them like Thibodeau. Like they ran them like dogs, and then like you lose them after like 1 or 2 seasons of that because nobody's gonna buy into it after like 2 seasons.
I mean they were a trendy pick, but to win the division before the season started, they had such a good defense.
Did Diggs just want to leave because he wasn't getting enough attention? Or Diggs, Stephon Diggs?
I don't think they really wanted to trade.
They couldn't. They
traded because they couldn't pay for him.
Well, he was under contract. They needed to get under the cap. They needed to shed some salary.
Oh, I see. That sucks because that's stupid. Because that Tech team with Thielen in him. But yeah, good job.
I was gonna ask, who's the quarterback the coach that got fired just now? Was he the one on the New York Jets?
No, the Falcons guy got fired.
Who did?
Matt Quinn got fired.
Who's the Falcons?
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
he's the one that was like the coach and the manager.
Oh, that's you talking about the Houston guy, Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien.
Oh, yeah.
He got.
That was like 2 weeks ago.
But
that's another Patriot, dude.
He's the other guy.
Did he get fired from everything? Like clean through the whole thing?
Yeah,
okay, because he had like 3 positions.
But they cleared house in Atlanta with everybody, right? They cleared the general manager.
But all the assistant coaches.
Yeah, they obviously.
You know what I love though is Carmel, what's his name?
Romeo Crennel down in Houston, baby.
Interim head coach.
He's not going to be the head coach. They're talking about the Kansas City offensive coordinator is going to go to. That's who they're going to hire as their head coach.
Oh,
and we all know. Deshaun Watson is the master of the garbage time. He doesn't do shit till the team's down 3 scores, and then he starts playing.
Okay, but we're going to talk about Texas. Has anybody seen Borat 2?
I did.
I've seen like half of it.
We saw me and Bruce last night.
What? Okay, so I'm gonna throw my thoughts.
Spoilers.
Who gives it? Yeah. If you haven't seen it, kid, what you doing, baby?
I mean, I haven't seen the whole
thing. What are you doing?
But I generally know where this is going.
Yeah, but okay, yes. Okay, so we watched it last night. You know, yesterday was definitely a cheat day. A little pizza, a little ice cream. It was a nice day. But Borat 2, like the first one was fucking hilarious. Second one was good. There were times.
I think the second one, like you gotta understand that people know who he is, so like he's got to dress up in different costumes.
I mean, that's the whole reason for his daughter to introduce someone that can be in the situation.
Yeah, so maybe she wasn't as good.
Yeah.
I think it was good. I agree with you that it wasn't as good, but I just think people
like it was like.
Well, I mean,
it was cringeworthy.
I mean, you saw in the beginning when he was dressed as Borat, like people couldn't.
Yeah.
People couldn't. People were like, oh, it's Borat. They want a picture with him, and he's like, no.
A week before the movie was announced, somebody put up online. I saw it on Reddit. Borat driving in a truck, and then it was a week or two later that they announced the movie.
Top of the cart was not in the movie, by the way.
Yeah.
No,
that was bullshit.
I was waiting for that part.
Well, they have a lot of footage that they don't.
I watched it one way through. It took me 2 times because I stopped. I got to the part where they were at that debutante ball thing, and once she started doing the mating dance and the vagina, I was like, you know what? It's like 11 o'clock. I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm gonna come back to this movie tomorrow. But this is a great stopping point. Because my body hurts from cringing so hard. Like, this is
exactly.
So,
the whole time, I am like, ooh.
But it was after.
Oh, I can't watch this.
That was a cringy moment. But all the other moments were I enjoyed. But like,
there was a cringy moment.
I mean, the first one was like
the ending made that movie so good for me.
One of the cringy moments was watching the rally that they were at, and just all the people with like semi-automatic guns. That was a cringe moment.
Dude,
for me.
he
I'm like,
got
holy
people
shit.
saluting.
Yes.
He was putting his hand out, and somebody's like, "Yeah."
You know, but that's-
one
he
guy
almost-
literally.
he almost got-
I mean, he did a Showtime show.
Yeah, they
for
put
that.
out a thing about
He
it.
did a Showtime show. He had 2 bits on the Showtime show. One where he got like the representative was like in Georgia to like
try to come at him with his butt.
go with a butt to like make him homosexual or something.
Mm-hmm.
And another one where he was like he went to like somewhere like super conservative Arizona and he tried to
Hey,
put
he
like
tried to put a mosque in there. I see
a mosque in there.
Oh,
But I saw an interview where he said that like he had a bodyguard there in case people because they all had guns like you can't. He's like I made the clipboard he had was bulletproof and he's like what am I supposed to do with this clipboard? Just like mask my whole body behind the clipboard. Like what am I supposed to do with this?
Here's the thing. He put out a very interesting speech. I think just recently or maybe before Borat was coming out about how his movie and I know it's kind of like a thing. It's like, are you saying this to make it mean something, or are you just taking like I don't know what the right word is, but like taking advantage of these people who are just dumb and stupid.
I know because that babysitter, she felt like she should have gotten a little bit more money, but that she didn't care that she was confused.
She gave like $100,000 this week.
This is
charities.
No, he gave like $100,000.
So there was 2. He gave $100,000 to the church that she's a part of, and then she got a GoFundMe to give her a bunch of money. But here's the thing: he talks about
he can mess my life up with a little. I mean, I'll take $100,000. I'm just saying, if he needs
here's the thing, though. She came out. I mean, she looked so fantastic in that movie. She was the one redeeming quality out of that movie. Her and the little Jewish lady.
That's
the little Jewish lady.
My takeaway, and I was texting a buddy about it last night. My takeaway from this movie is, and I know this is an American podcast, but goddamn, is America dumb?
Oh yeah.
Holy shit! Is it?
It is.
But then again, okay, so you get me in that situation, like.
Rudy Giuliani with his hand down his pants.
Okay, but so that's another thing. Like people made that so much more than it was. Like, listen, he was creepy as fuck.
There are moments
this guy
though in that movie where I could tell they inserted a sound that was not live in that moment.
Yes.
So like,
but he was too.
Where she farted at the end.
Yeah, that certain words that were said, you'd see the back of her head,
and he was definitely just he
so,
fell on the bed and he was trying to talk.
Yeah.
Like, listen. I think he understood there was a camera and there was people around. He wasn't trying to get his like.
I do think though he's like, nah, maybe I can get a handy out of this. Not saying that's what he was
doing
in that moment.
I don't think at some point, yeah.
I think when they took that moment, it was literally he came out and said, I was tucking my pants back in because I had to remove the mic. The mic is tucked in. So I was like, okay, I get that.
No, 100%.
I do think though that they tried to paint it,
but that's
in that way.
Yeah.
But I also think. Good old Rudy was hoping to meet.
Rudy was looking for a little Rudy time.
She was hoping.
Rudy was helping to help himself.
Yeah, he was looking for his moment in that bedroom too.
Yeah,
100%.
Rudy came in there tapping her on the floor in the back, saying, "Hey, honey, we're gonna have some fun tonight." And she's like, "Rudy, you will die tonight."
I mean, he has been hanging around Trump a lot, so he's used to that kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, that cartoon.
That cartoon was hilarious.
Oh, that's so good.
Wait, what cartoon?
The Melania movie that they put together.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh yeah, the Disney, like a Disney style like.
And I think
it was like a reverse Cinderella.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I think it's a good point to say this again. We honestly don't care about your politics. So if you like this, you don't like it, the movie, whatever. It's just a funny kind of spot.
It's enjoyable.
It opens your eyes to all of America. I don't know if you're from a small town, if you're from a big city. Like, you go to the big city, you see things. You go to small towns, you see things. And I think Borat does a good job of kind of like
I think this is
different views on different things.
This is a good reason to read a lot and read different things outside of your spectrum because it opens you up to a lot. I think he in a way he sort of takes advantage of the people who just have one
single focus.
Yeah, they're a certain type of person and. There are people like that, but they don't have opportunities that other people do. And if you do have the opportunity, take advantage of it. Expand your mind.
I love I like the scene where he wins the abortion die. Like we're trying to get
the
abortion
stuff.
Oh my
baby out.
God! I put a baby in her.
I put the baby in her, and I need to get it out.
Nothing will beat the fact that she opened a Bud Light with her her.
Oh, butt cheek, yes.
Twice.
And that chick
chick was like, "What the fuck?"
It's impressive.
It was, and she didn't even the fucking sugar mama whatever didn't blink an eye.
I'm legitimately hold on.
We gotta learn this.
I was like, she's saying like dollar sounds like I learned to do.
Hold on. I legitimately, I'm like, she's got to have a bottle opener in there, right? Like, there's no way that was actually possible.
Yeah.
Like they clearly used some movie magic in that moment, right? Because that was.
No.
Can we not talk about how impressive that was?
Like, maybe she doesn't like Kegels. I don't know,
man. And you know what though? To keep up with the guy Borat who's done this for years, I think she did fantastic.
Oh yeah, no, she was.
I mean, she was awesome in that movie.
Yeah, I wish they wouldn't have said she was a 15-year-old because like when she was doing
that made it so
she's like 24.
Yeah, no, I get it
in real life. Yeah,
probably should.
But it did make it weird, and I think it just added to a lot of those situations where when he went to the plastic surgeon and was like, "I want to make her look good for a man." So basically, from
I also love that
from
they
what I
had
understand,
out $21,000. But go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I know that was
hilarious.
yeah. No, 20.
Me and Peter had a
20.
a what the fuck moment yesterday.
21,900 shy is $72 short.
I got to go make money.
Me and Peter had a what the fuck moment yesterday. We're hanging out in the parking lot over by Dunkin' Donuts, waiting to get some coffee. Patrick goes in this car with two girls next to us is sitting there.
No.
We're in the parking lot waiting for coffee, and these girls are in the car next to us, and they're talking. They're kind of loud.
So we're sitting there having a good time.
Yeah, and they're just
we need another round. Yeah, okay. We're doing the pregame good today, ladies and gentlemen. Joe's about to go get us a couple more.
So hold on, Joe.
Wait. So Joe, this is.
We're in the car and we're like talking. We're having a good time, and these girls next to us are talking. They're kind of loud, and we're like, "What the fuck's going on?" And like all of a sudden, all you hear out of this car is from the one girl's like, "I gotta take a shit," and I'm like, "What?" And they're just like, keep talking, and the fuck?
Make sure you say it. No, I'm good right now, Joe. So here's so these women, they're like 16, 17 years old, and they're giggling, and out of nowhere, me and Chris are just sitting there. We're not listening to them. We're not trying to get in their conversation. She's like, I gotta take a shit. Me and Chris are like,
Peter's like trying not to die laughing. I'm like, what?
You know what? That's just a conversation that people have, though, and you just happen to be a fly on the wall in that moment. Because that's how people talk to each other.
We had to sit there because we were there for they were there for like another 5 minutes while we were waiting for Pepsi to come out with our coffees, and they finally leave. Pepsi comes back. Peter turns to me and says, did they say they need to take a shit? I'm like, yep, that's exactly what I heard. And it's like,
all right, so go ahead.
Let's put this one online. It is one of my old stories.
Here we go.
Think about if you had heard the conversation that me and you were having. Do you remember the day? I can't remember what we had been doing previously, but I remember we got to Forest Preserve or so. We were heading back to your house.
Oh no!
And we were on Forest Preserve somewhere around there.
Before there, because it was like we were all having a great day.
It wasn't. Was it skiing? Was that the end of skiing?
Were you guys coming back from
I think it was a trip.
No, it wasn't the Rugged Maniac.
It might have been or something like that.
You're 100% right, Chris. Good job. So Rugged Maniac is in Wisconsin by us, and you just do a whole course. And Joe had not been feeling great that day.
I was hungover when I did it.
Yes, definitely hungover, and we had a beer.
I think you volunteered this story, Joe.
Yes, and
Joe,
go ahead. So we're close.
So we drop off our last buddy at his parents, who happen to live near us. Mm-hmm. We're making our way. I left my car at Peter's, so we're making our way to Peter's, and we get, I don't know, on a drive, maybe 10 minutes in regular traffic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And we're having a great conversation about it.
Yeah,
so we're
fantastic conversation.
And I look over to Joe, and Joe goes into...
my stomach drops out. And I'm like, oh my god, this is like a 5 to 10 minute drive.
First nor last time Joe
this is a 5 to, this is
this
is just one of the ones that stick in my head. But I remember I was like Peter could, I didn't want to say it out loud, but Peter could read my body language, and then eventually I was like,
you gotta start blowing some red lights here, dog.
I need to use the restroom. Like, I really... Do you think there's a place between here and your joint that we could stop I tried to come in so polite and so nice, but by the end of it, we were hitting speed bumps, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna shit my pants. I'm gonna shit my pants. I'm gonna shit my pants.
The resale value of the shipper was about to go through the fucking roof.
I'm gonna shit my pants.
Told you, Peter, you got those leather seats.
Hey. I could have gone. What's that Olympic sport where you're laying on the sledge?
Oh, the luge.
The luge. I could have been sitting on a luge at that point. I was so straight in my seat, so tight.
Joe was so horizontal.
And again,
Joe
if our window was open and you happened to catch us, you'd see me standing like a 2x4 in the car, yelling, I'm gonna shit my pants. I'm gonna shit my pants.
And me go, Joe, this is gonna change our relationship. We're not kidding. I can't do this. You gotta hold on.
So real. Yeah.
Did not stop for stop signs.
Oh man,
I almost drove up on the curb to put it right in front of the house.
It was like Dukes of Hazzard level craziness, going through side streets, hitting speed bumps, and man, I might have hit my ceiling, but hit the ceiling of the car, but I wasn't gonna bend. I just kept that straight because
the best part is Joe gets out of the car and he's like, "Oh, I'm okay." And then he casually walks to the front of the house. I was like, "Oh, Joe."
It was like a panic thing. It's like, "Oh no, I can finally rest now." Because that's what your body does. It goes,
usually when you get closer, it's like ready to go.
But
when the body knows where you're at.
But I got up those stairs and it hit me again. And I remember getting inside and Jackson Pollocked the inside of that bowl.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
God.
Well, if we had any fans, there ain't any more.
So I'm just saying, sometimes you're going to hear people talking.
This is the point we see the one listener drop.
But here's the thing. Two attractive young ladies, and you're thinking, like, that's these two. You just, like, it as a bunch of idiot dudes.
Peter, you never read the book of the child that says everybody poops?
Yeah. I was about to say, that's a book, right? That's what I was about to say.
That women do not use the washroom at all.
Yeah. Women don't sit in the car next to you and say, "I gotta take a shit." For having the whole entire world to hear,
Chris, you're hanging out with the wrong ladies.
Chris, join me for a while. The world has become an equal opportunity place. Everybody can shit when they want to shit. Right?
Fair enough. I don't want to hear it though.
I feel you, baby. I feel you.
I'm not announcing to you, Palish, that I'm about to go take a shit in your bathroom.
You're not allowed to shit like that.
Oh, I'm about to.
I can't wait until we listen to this again and mark the shit talk for
this podcast was 20 minutes of poop talk. Man,
you know what? This could be the best part then.
So this is basically an episode of Family Guy, basically.
I'm a scat man.
So me and Chris, so we've had a lot of time lately to just kind of hang out and just, with our busy seasons kind of slowing up. Literally today I had nothing going on. I got up today, went for a run, and
that's gotta feel so good.
I hate it. It's so different.
It's almost like painful sometimes.
Yes.
So
I did like 9 things around my house today.
It was different because like I'm so used to getting up at like 7:30, 7:15, 7:30 to go for a run with Pepsi, and I got up at 8 and Peter wasn't up yet, so I went back to sleep because. Normally you gotta be up and ready to go by that time.
I did the furnace tune-ups. I put the rain barrels outside away. I changed the hoses that were rusted out downstairs in the sink.
But that's I think about, like, and so for us 4 guys, we're entrepreneurs. We're born and bred middle class, hardworking guys. Parents have worked. They've always worked 60, 70 hours. We work 60, 70 hours, and we work a lot of weekends. And this is, since July, the last couple weekends have been the first weekends that we've had off. And this Saturday, I legitimately had nothing going on. And I didn't know what to do with my time. I had a Saturday afternoon nap. And I was like, holy shit.
Okay, that is life-saving, the nap. Because if I've had moments where I'm not tired. I have a moment. It's rare now. It's more rare now than ever. But like a day or a couple hours to just chill in the middle of the day, I almost don't know what to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I always wanted to do it. It's such a
nap really saves you there. But otherwise, I'm like, I gotta make use of this somehow.
Yeah. So that's what I do. There's still like a million things in the world that you could be doing.
Yeah, but it's like I've got X amount of time.
Well, the problem is right now is that it's also a combination of that and like the COVID that you really can't go do anything.
I've been thinking about a lot about that and how much we want to talk about this, and because everybody's feeling it and it sucks, and I'm so.
Well, you gotta do stuff around your house, which you can't go like. you can't really do much. I guess we play golf today.
I was thinking about that too, actually, because it is go. Literally, when I went on my run today, and not to keep throwing out that on we're running, but it was crisp, 45 degrees.
Fantastic.
Music, a little country music flowing. It was unbelievable.
We should probably look about playing some golf next Sunday. Saturday.
Yeah.
Both days. 66 and 68 next Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, that's
I'm like a noon tea time because I got a climb meeting in the morning.
A what?
Well, Pat Lynch ain't
climate
with us.
meeting?
Yeah, with Dave.
Oh, climate. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you said climate.
Pat Lynch is out.
Pat tried to change the climate?
I heard you say climate, and I was like, I know what he said, but I love what you said. Dave and Dave Collis are going to discuss how to save the world.
Save the world. Dave would not. Dave Collis.
Dave don't give a fuck.
We're going to hopefully get Dave on for one.
Dave's like,
and
I'm checking out.
Yes.
I don't think we could have Dave in a podcast. We couldn't edit that out enough.
No, we're going to have, I hope to God, ladies and gentlemen, we can get Dave Collis. Because listen, again, we're not trying to offend anybody, but if you know what
Dave will offend a lot of people.
Yes,
we got to get him on a series of tapes because his Dave-isms are the best.
You got to get these old people because listen, this is going to be such a sterile life that these old guys who got that old talk and that old view at life,
that old school
mentality. It's not great. Like listen, some of the shit that they did, 100%, bunch of bullshit. But some of that stuff also is you just need to to be documented.
There is some joy in
at least once. At least every time I see Dave, I tell him at least one time during a conversation. I'm like, I have no idea why your two wives divorced you, Dave. I can't imagine why they want to get rid of you.
I watched last night.
And he chuckles every time I say it to him.
My parents were watching The Marvelous Miss Maisel.
That's what she was going to be for Halloween.
Okay, it is. I've only watched part of the episode. It takes place in the 1950s, though. And it's just that's a different. It does a phenomenal job of portraying how subjected and subdued women were.
All about the fleshlight. Yep, go ahead, Joe. Don't stop that. Stop thinking about the fleshlight, baby.
I don't know what
silver and black fleshlight with you.
I don't know. Anyways, but it just talks about like how it was just a different lifestyle back then.
You're the look-up guy.
It's not as equal. It's not as. Not to say it's 100% equal now, but it's just like it is such a different thing back then. It's so.
Think about our parents. Our parents, we kind of like our generation kind of grew up. Nice, you got to see before the internet, and the middle of the internet.
Yep.
And so you kind of got a good mix of it. People who live with the internet, never not had the internet.
You know where I hear?
Fuck, we're 2-5.
2-5 for what?
Is that your photo?
Oh, never mind.
That's the team.
Pat Lynch was trying to pull up a parlay pick.
Okay, so Pat Lynch is all right. We got three of these guys on the laptop, so it might sound a little weird, but they're trying to. And our parlays, we have not been great. So if you're taking betting advice from us, Jacqueline's not gonna work.
You should do what I do, which is bet opposite of Peter McGraw. You kill it, baby. You kill it.
Baby boy.
You straight kill it.
But I didn't bet college football today because I've had a good week and I didn't want to make myself upset.
Peter McGraw bets like $5, and you think that he was going to lose his life fortune when he loses a bet. Like, he's throwing shit, he's banging things.
I just don't like to lose. It's just this morning I was trying to get a tea time, or not a tea time. I was trying to get a time for whatever, and it's going very quickly. And I didn't get the tea time, and it was like a competition to me. I was so mad.
You should have seen Peter when the Rolling Stones were playing here in Chicago, and he had to sit in line for fucking tickets, and his little running man guy on the screen wouldn't fucking move for him. Yeah. He's sitting there pounding his desk like, why would you move?
Because the tickets went out so long, 30 seconds maybe.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
Dude, it was.
I didn't get those either. Nobody got those.
Nobody got them. But I mean, like Peter's like ultra like aggressive. He wants to win.
That's a thing that
we're here the one time playing bags at Pat's house, and Peter could not win a game.
So that is something definitely I'm trying to work on. Is the little.
He's getting a little better.
Might be a little too competitive.
He almost fucking knocked my ass over on Friday because he put some 10 contracts in on the futures market, and he was downstairs. He came upstairs. He saw where the futures market was at from his computer. Eagle eye, motherfucker. Fucking darts in the kitchen. I'm just standing there. I'm like, oh shit.
So just to give you an idea, so me, Chris, and Pat, we started a futures trade. Because everybody's day trading these days. But
because we love losing money everywhere, so we might as well lose it in the market too.
What's the point of working so hard if you have it at the end of your life? Why would you want that?
Who needs money?
We love pissing away money.
Yeah. So and the market, we traded an opening range trade, yada yada yada, and we made some money Friday, and I had to run and maybe knock over Chris because he's as thin as a stick nowadays, and we made a little bit of money.
Yeah, made a little bit of money.
Speaking of Chris, I do love the Chris is in his Halloween costume, which is a tracksuit with a tuxedo shirt under it. It's pretty classic.
It's got a European taste to it. And
It
so
says- it
Peter's
says-
wearing one as well.
Oh, this
which
is an
fantastic.
Eastern European
It
tracksuit
says-
for sure.
it
Yeah.
says-
If you, well, here,
I
to
like
give you guys
it
the
says I'm
visual.
formal, but I like to party.
I want to wear this outside of Halloween.
Yeah,
I want
Chris is like, I bought this for me, and this just happens to be my Halloween costume.
Yeah.
But here, so if you want to know what me and Chris look
This
like,
is gonna be a daily. This is gonna be a rotational
it's
thing.
the Gentleman's, the movie The Gentleman, right? Yes.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
it is.
look like a.
Yes, it is.
But that's what we talked about. You
I missed
remember?
that conversation clearly.
So usually, honestly, we'll give you a little recap. Us for
Good movie, by the way.
yes, good movie.
What a
But
fantastic movie.
yes, we
It was a
like to
pleasant
do.
surprise.
Never
every
seen it.
year,
I'm not gonna
during
lie.
the
Never
COVID.
seen it.
every
Watch it. It's
yes.
good.
Every year we
McConaughey.
go to a destination.
Oh, is that the one where he's the weed dealer?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's
I
really
meant to
good.
watch it.
We pick a destination and we go there and we celebrate Halloween in a different city every year.
Yeah.
And those beers, Patrick Williams.
serious.
And so we go every year. We go to a different location. And last year we did Halloween in New Orleans. That was fun. New Orleans, Pat Lynch is a little bit of a little bitch. Kind of give you guys a little New Orleans give you a little hard time last week. We just want to apologize again.
He shit his pants there. That's why he hates it.
Oh yeah, no, that was Detroit, wasn't it?
No, he did it in Detroit and in New Orleans.
Oh,
New
yeah.
Orleans, it was different because I went to the hotel and came back.
Yes.
Yeah, but he
Detroit
shit his
was not
pants.
great.
That was one of the few times I didn't walk out with a shit story in a situation.
We're not going back to Poop Top, guys. We're not doing it. But okay, so that year was New Orleans. The year before that was...
That's our Poo Talk.
Oh, we went to New York. New York was fun.
Oh, that was
no,
Christmas.
it was after.
No.
We
that
went
was
to
after.
Nashville. We went to
We
Nashville
went to
for
Nashville
Halloween.
twice.
Yeah.
New Orleans.
We did Chicago for 1 year.
Yep.
Yep.
And then we went to New Orleans for Halloween.
Yeah,
Yes.
New York was for Christmas.
So we tried to do Halloween in different
We were
locations.
doing Milwaukee pretty much for
a while there, too.
for a while. That was
Yeah.
pretty much our go-to until our buddy John.
Really came
We went
out
back
moved.
there. We went back there. Was it last year or the year before
We
that?
went during the summertime to go to the Jason Aldean concert.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Where we started the dance floor
That
at
was very
Trinity.
Do it.
These were fucking awesome.
These labels are very interesting. They're they're like literal sticky labels and stuff.
Oh, Pat's talking about the Crystal Lake Brewing can.
Oh, excuse me.
I don't know if you've ever been to a brewing facility. They have all those silver cans, and then they just lap on the lid.
I have been to a brewing facility.
You
Yeah,
know,
we have-
Hold on.
you
Do
know
you
who
think
lives
other
right
places
by this
have?
Wait,
Sorry,
go ahead.
You know this right by the brew.
Nick.
Yeah, Nick does.
Nick does. Yeah, he
He
sends me
does it all the time.
sends me snaps of it all the time.
Do you think other places have as many breweries?
No, Chicago is like the number one microbrewery place in the country, I believe.
I was gonna say at Chicago because I feel like you can go.
Throw out some statistic. We have no idea what we're
places.
talking about, but I like it. Illinois, come here for the breweries. Go ahead.
There's
Same
tons.
for the taxes.
Well,
and
that's
murder.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Like depending
Oh,
on the
Chicago's got the
neighborhood,
murders.
the neighborhood you're at, they'll have a brewery just for that area.
Yeah, I do
You know,
love
like-
the sign that on Antihero, only proudly brewed in Chicago. It's a little, yeah, go Chicago.
Remember when 312 was
right by my
desk.
like
One
a
of
little bit of
these.
a not a microbrewery,
Oh, one
but
of those three.
Chicago
you mean-
local.
Which one? The
No,
yellow,
this
the
is where
yellow
I'm
or the
going.
green?
Yeah.
Which one?
So the yellow or the green.
Okay, so Nashville,
This is- yeah,
Tennessee.
so
Look, we're gonna give you a
This is
little
the
bit of a
first
heads
time.
up.
This is the
my
first
story.
time we went to Nashville for Halloween. Pat Lynch is up at the we found tickets to the Titans Jacksonville game on a Thursday night.
Was it Jacksonville?
Yeah, it was Jacksonville. It was a real cheap one. We were like 7 rows in the back one
Yeah,
end zone.
yeah,
It was
back
great
corner.
seats. So Pat's by himself. He goes up and gets some beers, and I'll let Pat take over from here.
Yeah, so I rolled to the beer stand, and you know, being from Chicago, like the area code of Chicago is 312, and so I look at that's what the beer is called from Goose Island. So you go there, and like I see the yellow can and the green can, which are like the IPA and sort of the regular like urban wheat ale, whatever it's called. And I'm like, oh, can I get a 312? And the person looks at me like I just said something in Chinese or something, like a language I've never heard before. And they look back at the cans, they're like, oh, you mean the 312? And I'm like, no. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, you know, keep going. And then they're like, do you want the yeller or the green? And I'm like, I would love the yeller, please. Thank you very much.
Here's the best part is we are probably, if you're from Illinois, you understand 312. You get it. You love it.
It says it on the can too that
Yeah.
it's 312.
Oh,
not
they do write it on there.
312.
Well, who the fuck reads a beer can? But
I do. I read this one.
The best part is
this one's got
when you go there,
5.3%
it's the yellow. Do you want the yellow or you want the green?
Also, the part of that game is you guys left the halftime, missed the brawl in the middle of the stadium that I saw. 2 rows in front of me when these guys are going at it for no reason.
Ooh, wait, talking about football, let's get our picks up.
Or the fact that Peter caught like 14 mini footballs in the bag.
I mean, there was a straight up...
Or the part that Joe was like, hey, you guys want to do a football game? And we're like, yeah, let's take a look.
That was me.
Or sure,
yeah, it was Pat.
Whatever. Joe got the fucking tickets for like $90.
Joe bought the
when we
tickets.
were sitting like front row.
Oh, that was fantastic. Okay, I always thought it was Drink in My Hand guy that did the halftime show.
No, it was, it's not Eric
No,
Church.
not Eric Church.
It was 3 Cadillacs or something.
I don't know. It was a fantastic game, though, man. That was awesome. That was the ultimate.
Tennessee was. I mean, Nashville, we love you.
It's a shame they don't have more fans in that stadium.
I don't remember.
Now they got a good team, so now they got.
I don't know why I forget what started the brawl behind me, but it was a full-on melee behind you. And they had the security involved.
I was so sad.
Women were fighting. Dudes were grabbing dudes. It was.
See that.
It was.
That was me and you. We went to go get beers.
No, I think we all went to go get beers and to use the washroom.
And Pat was
by himself.
It escalated very quickly, and then it was over very quickly as well. Security.
I would love to see one.
Okay.
The tightened up security did a great job.
Okay,
all right, so here we go. Wait, hold on. Let me just. We're gonna recap for any new listeners out there. In the football season, Chris, Joe, Pat, and I are in a parlay pick'em. Parlay pick'em. It's a beat the spread pick'em. And so you have to beat the lines are set like Tuesday, so I'm sure our lines are way off from what you're getting right now anyways. And you're probably not hearing this on time anyways. But you can go back and laugh at us because we suck. But we figured this would be a good discussion. We love the NFL. Hopefully you like the NFL. If you don't, this is probably where you're going to leave anyways. Who gives a crap? Chris is going to give us the lines, and we're going to pick. We're going to watch it. We'll tell you. Last week, we missed it by 2. The Bills suck, and the Patriots
suck. The Bills only won by 8, and I totally botched the New England one for sure.
Yeah,
that was
definitely. All right, Chris, if you want to give us the lines quickly.
Will Baltimore win by 4 points or more against Pittsburgh?
Nope.
I don't like that.
Get that one out.
All right, next one is will Buffalo win by 4 or more points against New England?
Nope, you can get rid of that one because
I don't trust New England anymore.
Will Tennessee win by 6 or more points against Cincinnati?
No, huh?
Maybe, I don't know. Go back to that one.
No.
Cincinnati, Tennessee's been it's been a close game every game they've been in. It feels like.
Yeah.
Will Cleveland win by 3 or more points against Las Vegas?
Cleveland, I would take. Were they in Vegas?
No, they're playing in Cleveland.
I know Vegas is almost deceptive.
Yeah, but everybody's whining about this, but Baker Mayfield plays better with OBJ. So, go ahead, Chris, keep going.
Will Indianapolis win by 3 or more points? Now, hold on. I have a little tidbit for you.
Chris's tidbits. New corner section. We got Chris's tidbits.
Indianapolis is 11-3-1 against the spread coming off a bye week since the start of the 2005 season.
Chris's tidbit bitties. So what do you feel on this one, Chris?
Well, Indianapolis is 11-3-1 against the spread coming off a bye week since.
Who are they playing?
All right, so we're going with Indianapolis.
Indianapolis wins by 3 or more points over Detroit. They're on the road.
All right, Indianapolis.
Oh, Detroit. I fucking hate
Pat McAfee and Peyton Manning are going to win the game.
I hate everything.
Neither one of them plays for those teams.
I hate everything about Detroit.
Anymore.
There you go. All right, we're doing Indy. Chris's little titty old bitties. We got number 1.
Will Green Bay win by 6 or more points? Another Chris tidbit.
Oh, Chris's titty old bitties.
I'm putting Green Bay first.
Green Bay is 3-0 against the spread against Minnesota since the start of last season.
I think Minnesota's a dog shit team. I think Green Bay will.
That's not enough of a tie for me.
As the great Aaron Rodgers said, his bad days are some quarterbacks' great days
also,
in the NFL.
The pick percentage is 93%.
He said something
He said his bad seasons are great seasons for the quarterbacks, I believe is what he said.
The pick percentage is 93% for yes, for Green Bay to pick to cover by 6 or more.
Yeah, they're
All right,
going to do
we're
it.
going 2. We got Indy and Green Bay.
I think they would pick, I think Green Bay will cover.
Okay, so here's another one. Kansas City versus the Jets.
Oh.
Kansas City win by 20 or more points.
Oh, this is so close. I'm going to say
another
yes.
tidbit.
I don't think they will, but I want to say
yes. Whoa! You can't forget Chris's titty old bitties.
Take old bitties.
Reigning champions are just 2-8 against the spread against teams that entered with an 0-6 or worse outright record.
Here's what I feel about that game.
They failed to cover each of the past 7 times in that spot since 1970.
So what you're saying is that Kansas City's going out tonight and they're going to get some. They're going to play
what I'm
the
saying
Halloween game.
What I'm saying is Kansas City
That's
probably won't cover this. But
they're going to do to their team what Jimmy Garoppolo can do with that porn star.
Kansas
we
City
got
won that
Indy
game.
and we got Green Bay. Let's go.
By 20 points, I don't know.
I feel like you're going to get fucked with the garbage time points there, is what I think's going to happen there.
Will Los Angeles win by 4 or more points
against
Miami?
At
Miami.
In Tua's debut, right?
Yes.
That's a rough debut.
Tua Lipa.
I don't have this on my tidbits, but I read it on the thing that starting quarterbacks when they make their rookie quarterbacks that make their starting debut are 11-4, and they're 2-1 this season. Not really sure.
That's not good.
I don't like it. I don't like it. No.
Will the Los Angeles Chargers win by 4 or more points? Chris's tickle bitties.
Who they played against?
They're playing the Denver Broncos in Denver. The Chargers are 5-1 against the spread this season, tied with Green Bay and Pittsburgh for the best cover percentage in the NFL.
I can see the Chargers win that game.
I'm all right with the Chargers.
Hold on, I have a quick Joe's big titties because he's got tig bitties.
Joe wants big bitties. Joe does have decent sized titties these days.
Joe's also wearing a onesie from Flash and a Kansas City hat right now.
I like it.
Yeah,
even
my COVID mask is red.
It's very good coordination.
My shoes are red.
Yeah,
awesome.
You're very red, Joe. You're like a fucking tomato.
LA hates celebrating the LA Lakers win for the championship. They don't give a shit about the LA Chargers
or the Rams.
Or the Rams, even though they were fine,
I don't care about that.
They lost their minds for the Dodgers. They were setting off fireworks in the middle of intersections in downtown LA. They lost their mind. Nobody talked anything about the LA Chargers.
Is there a point to this conversation? Sorry.
No, it's just, we were talking about LA.
Okay.
It's LA.
Okay, so we're not doing the Chargers. We got Indy.
I chose the Chargers.
Oh, okay, so we got Chargers, Indy, Green Bay. And Joe thinks LA hates everything but the Dodgers. Yeah, that's what we got from that.
From someone I heard from LA.
Next
based
one.
on their celebration.
Will Seattle win by 3 or more points against San Francisco? Seattle's at home, and here's another one for you from Chris's tickle bitties. Apparently, Seattle is 13-4 against San Francisco since the start of the 2012 season against the spread.
Did you watch that game last weekend with them?
Who, Seattle or
Seattle Cardinals game?
I watched a little bit of it.
It was a very good game. Seattle's defense is dog shit. It is probably one of the worst.
You know what? I'm going to stay away from San Francisco because they screwed us last week. Let's just
that is one of the Seattle's got a great offense and a dog shit defense.
Will New Orleans win by 5 or more points? Against the Bears in Chicago. Another Chris McGraw tickle bitties. New Orleans is 14-4 against the spread on the road since the start of the 2018 season.
So the Saints don't have their top 2 receivers. The Bears defense
I would choose the Bears.
Somewhat decent. But I don't know if the Bears can actually score points anymore because their offense is so fucking bad. It is humorous. What other games they got? That's a maybe. We'll come back to that.
So we got 3 still.
This one I don't know about.
Now we got Indy, Green Bay, and we got the Chargers.
We got to pick 2 more.
Can I be your Vanna White?
Yeah, 3.
Can I be your Vanna White on this one?
Pick 2 more.
Can I introduce it?
This one's going to suck ass. There's no way.
Here we go. Vanna White's coming in with the big titties.
Ooh, give me some, Joe.
Not implying Vanna White had big titties. I was just making a joke about my big titties. Will Philadelphia win by 10 or more points?
Not touching
against
Dallas.
They're playing Dallas.
Is Dallas for the rookie quarterback?
Yeah.
Dude, can we... Okay, Dallas sucks. Why do they get so much hype every season?
Dallas is 0-7 against the spread, and they're about to tie like the Raiders team from like 2002 or like
they're
2006.
And everything.
They're more consistent than
your property value rising every year.
I can kind of see
Dallas sucks.
I mean, I can kind of see
why do they get so much hype?
Let them know, Joe.
They are always consistently mediocre.
So consistently on this podcast, every day we're going to shit on a city every day.
Oh, yeah. So we got New Orleans, we got Dallas out of the way.
And Detroit, I should have Detroit too already, so.
We're doing
2 for 1. We're doing 2 for 1 this week, evidently.
We really haven't gotten
Detroit I just don't feel Philadelphia coming.
I don't know what my time
is. No, that's too much.
Keep it going, baby. Keep it going.
Okay. So,
the
final one is, will Tampa Bay win by 12 or more points on the road against the Giants? Chris's final tickle bitties is the Giants are 0-7 against the spread as a home underdog since the start of last season.
Can you repeat that one more time?
The Giants are 0-7 against the spread as a home underdog since the start of last season.
Can I ask 2 questions?
If you go back to the start of the 2018 season, New York is a 1-12 against the spread as a home.
All right, so we're going Tampa Bay. I got 4.
Quick question.
2. I got you to get 2. If I don't get 2 right now, I'm gonna be upset.
What is against the spread?
So against the spread is.
We're playing.
This is where it plays. So we want Tampa Bay to win by 12 or more points. That's the spread.
That's the spread.
We're literally betting against the spread, and Joe has no idea what a spread means.
You're saying to go against the spread would be, will Tampa Bay win 12 or more points? You're going to say, no, with New York Giants, that's going against the spread because that's the question.
So the Giants as a home underdog have never beaten the spread.
That is such a specific statistic. First, they have to be at home. Then they have to be against the spread.
This is why you got.
That
this is why you got Chris Tingle biddies.
That is.
Do some research.
Chris,
that is the Kirkland version of filters.
Are you researching this all week right now to look up these? Are these multiple sources, or you got one source you got these?
Yeah, you are such a judgmental fuck. Can you not take a moment to realize that was awesome?
That's a reasonable question.
That was a fantastic thing to bring to the podcast.
Thanks, Chris. You're the best.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so we got
one
more. We got one more.
We got
one pick. Indy, Green Bay,
Chargers. I still think Seattle beats
Seattle.
Yeah, pick Seattle. Pick Seattle.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we have Indy, Green Bay, Chargers.
Peter, can you look up the total score from the Tampa Bay? What's the over/under on the Tampa Bay game?
Okay, we'll put that in a second.
It's 50. I think it's 46.
Wait, let's go over this again. So we got Indy, Green Bay, Chargers, Seattle, and Tampa Bay.
We got Indy covering 2.5. Or Indy is a 2.5 point favorite. We got Green Bay as a 6 point favorite. We got the Chargers as a 3.5 point favorite. We got the Seattle Seahawks as a 3 point favorite, and Tampa Bay as a 12 point favorite.
I'm going to put on the record that I think if one of these games are going to fuck us, it's going to be the Indy game because Phillip Rivers loves to fuck this game.
Yeah, for sure.
I heard he was doing shit this season.
Not great.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, this has been a lot of fun. So this is going to be the end of number 2.
I got over/under is 45.
Sean Connery's dead. What a disappointment.
We didn't get to
Life
that.
is rough.
We want to say shout out if I don't know if you guys like anybody.
Shout out to Sean Connery's
if anybody
ghost.
has Jeff Ross. If I ever listened to his podcast, but he does a roast of the dead. There's no chance none of us are any smart enough or funny enough to do a roast of the dead. But I hope he does Sean Connery.
I can't even roast chicken.
That was good. That was a good.
I'm sorry if somebody enjoyed that. I was like, I'm going to throw this out there.
But
Goddamn,
listen,
Joe.
we just want to say, again, thank you for listening. We appreciate anybody who's listening. This week is get out and vote. We honestly don't care if you vote or not.
Get out and vote.
We do care. You should vote.
Spay and neuter
If you're in Illinois, we care if you vote.
Here's the thing. We don't care how you vote. And this is just my thought. And I'm not saying these guys, all these guys, but I get the president gets all the hype, but your local politics really make a difference.
So important.
If you just take a look at it. But again, we're here. We're a bunch of idiots.
Someone we know called an alderman and got a response from this group, and that is, I didn't even think that was possible.
No, they called me.
100% honest.
They called me, actually.
Yeah. So it was Pat Lynch.
Yep.
I was gonna leave it, but blame him if something changed in your neighborhood.
And we'll all find out next week when we talk. We'll know who the president is or the new president.
We won't though. This whole mail-in thing is such a. I'm curious to see how this whole thing plays out.
Yeah. So there'll be something
to be continued. Will the Supreme Court justice vote one way or the other?
We did have a cliffhanger from last week.
Oh, we did. Okay. And this is a picture to post on the next thing.
Yes.
We're gonna have a couple photos attached.
Yes, we're gonna have Instagram. We're gonna have the whole shenanigans. It's getting close. And you guys will be able to see what we're drinking and what we're doing.
So last week on my ride home from my flat tire fiasco, which by the way got a new set. Ooh, I feel very nice on the road. Nice. No, that's okay. It was only.
It's only beer. It's only beer. Pat dropped beer on Joe's lap.
It's only a full beer.
Yeah,
it was like 3/4.
I didn't want it in my mouth or anything. I like it more on the table. No, so I had gone, so I had to drive through Lincolnwood, dropping someone off. There was the most enormous and almost scary kind of was scary. I know it's stupid to say, but a bunch of people with Trump stuff all over the place. And I'm not implying because it's Trump it's scary. It was just, there was definitely an animosity in the crowd, and there was cops there, and people were honking going by. Jesus. Some people, but I mean, there was a line being held, and it was. I think because it was Lincolnwood. I mean, none of us grew up anywhere near Lincolnwood.
I think it was like 10 minutes from here.
Yeah. But no, none of us. Yeah.
I mean, okay, maybe we do, but I guess I've never gone that far north. But it just it was such a weird thing to see, and the fact that there was cops there, and so many people just looked so angry.
And we're not gonna. I want to end this so you guys, because we're trying to keep it to 45 minutes, not too long. You guys enjoy your lives.
Yeah.
This is hopefully something for Monday to make you just giggle and laugh. And not to get too seriously, but I get what Joe's saying. There's just a lot of left hate, and it's like, the Girl Scouts have to defend the new Supreme Court judge. I don't, the Supreme Court judge is a whole other thing, but for somebody just to say, hey, congrats, you were a Girl Scout. And now you're Supreme Court.
Everybody's playing these extremes.
Yes.
You gotta have a conversation with people and just
like,
know there's gonna be something in the middle.
Yes. Yeah. We don't, I mean, I get it. We're not all gonna get along, but can we just respect each other at some point?
Whatever. Get Moses the fuck out of there. We can't part the seas anymore. Let's come together right now.
This is
over Moses.
There you go. Well, hey, again, you just got 4 guys who are a bunch of idiots.
We should cut this last 2 minutes. I'm
telling you right now, we don't edit. You're getting everything. So we appreciate you guys. We hope that you guys enjoy a healthy, safe week. Happy Halloween. Get some candy. And just enjoy yourselves. I mean, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this.
Check for razor blades.
Joseph. Oh, that might be cut out because he's an idiot.
Way back in the day.
Yes, well, that's when they were giving out
happened. Apples. I think realistically, it happened 2 times ever, and it just spread it's one of those stories that you heard as a kid that were just nonsense.
And now we can't get taffy apples. Son of a gun.
I know.
Thanks again, guys. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Bye.